Hi everyone, it's Erin from EB Mixed Media. I have been playing with zines lately. I've seen some online and I've made them before. I kind of had forgotten about them, but just for fun, I've been making some. This one's one I just finished, and then I've got this one ready to go. I just have to finish decorating it and doing something with it. So I thought today I would not just show you how to make a zine. I'm going to show you how to fold a zine, let's say that. But what was really fun about this was how I created the background paper, and I thought I would share that with you. I get a lot of requests about how I make my paper. So this was just something I did for fun, and once I got done, I made them into zines. So I saw this, I think it was during Messy May. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's when I first saw this technique. So if you saw it too and you remember who shared it, could you please let me know in the comments, because I want to give them credit for it. But anyway, the idea was to write down some techniques, some colors, and some mediums. And then you roll this die and you see what you get. And that's how you create your page. And that's what I did on these. So I thought we could give it a shot. So basically we're just going to roll it. So that's a 5. We're going to use stencils. We're going to use it in turquoise, and our medium is ink or spray. Oh boy. Okay. Let me get ready for that. Okay, so the only turquoise ink or spray, well, I have a turquoise ink, but I'm not sure how to use that, but I do have an ink spray from Dilutions in a turquoise color. It's called Vibrant Turquoise. Okay, and I've got a stencil here. The one thing about these is it's very hard, if almost virtually impossible, to cover this up after you use it. So that's got me worried, having that be the first thing I put down. But I'm going to try it. And I was looking through my stencils thinking what would look cool if it did come up through everything else I put down. And I thought some of these words might just kind of look cool and blend in with whatever we do next. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And I'm going to we'll just see how it goes. I hope I don't make a mess. Usually I do this in a box, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it a shot. Give it a squirt. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. And I want to make sure I clean this up really well. Otherwise it will reactivate on my next project, and I don't want that. Somehow I got a big blob there, so we'll see what happens with that. Okay, next round. I've got 4. Oh, I had these in the wrong order. Technique. How did I do it? Color, medium. Okay, 4 marks. And in peach. Ooh, okay. In acrylic. Okay. I like writing this down because then if I want to recreate it, I know how I did it. I've got this sun-kissed peach. I'll just keep using this. And I'm going to make marks with it. Okay. So I think I'm going to go do something big since we don't have much on our page. Let's see what happens. Got a wide flat brush. I've also got this peachy pink, which I think is not cheating. It's peachy, right? It's right in the title. So let's try that too. So this is one of my favorite mark making implements that I use. This is a Nerf dart. If you have kids that played with Nerf guns in your house, you probably have these all over behind your couch and underneath your beds and everywhere. So I just like making circles with this. So I'm just going to add some more in here. I have a feeling this is going to get covered up. We'll see what happens. All right, what's the next thing we're going to do? Marks again. In black, okay. Ink or spray? Okay, so I don't have black ink. I have black acrylic. I don't have a black spray. I don't have anything, but I have an ink pen. So that's what I'm gonna do for this one. And I'm gonna make marks, right? So I'm just gonna kind of do something like this. This is all still wet. I should maybe be drying in between. And I'm gonna just do some messy writing. All right, I'm getting nervous about this. This video might not see the light of day. Okay, next, 2, remove. Okay. 1, peach again. And 6 is gesso. Okay, I gotta think about that. This has me a little stumped, but I think what I'm gonna do, and again, it's a game, it's my art, it's my desk, it's my video. I can interpret this any way I want. I've got my gesso here. I'm gonna take some of this peachy pink and I am going to blend that together. Just a tad. I'm going to, well, paint on here. And then I'm going to put this stencil down and take this wet wipe. And I don't know if you can see that, but I removed the paint so that you can see through to the bottom. So let's do that some more in various places. Okay. All right, that's that one done. Stamps. Oh, color next, right? Black. That's convenient, I think. Watercolor. Okay. So I have some of my Meylang watercolors here. This is coal black. This just cracks me up. Okay. I can't believe I'm having to do this. And I need to water that up. I need to water it up more than that. Let's see. And I have a stamp here, and I was trying to find something big that might cover quite a bit of surface. So I don't know if I should just dip it or paint it. I guess maybe painting it is the better way to go. And okay. Okay, interesting, interesting. All right, let's go. Number 6. Scatter or drip, or splatter or drip. Yeah. Yellow. Paper. So once again, I'm going to get a little bit liberal in my interpretation. This is yellowed paper, and I'm going to add this in. And I'm kind of excited about this because it's going to allow me, I think, to cover up some of these areas where that blue ink is really solid and strong, or turquoise ink. This is a weird combo, but put this down here. And I'll do my splatters in yellow as well. Maybe we'll just have something floating out here. We'll just do 3. I'm going to do this yellow. This is mustard yellow. So I added one more little piece of paper there to cover up that big blob of ink, so that won't show through at the end. All right. Fingers. Turquoise again. Yes, acrylic. Pulling out my Key West. It is super ultra runny. Okay, so that's kind of problematic. That watercolor is reactivating. Oh, I got some yellow in there. It mixed in on my palette here. So we'll just go with it, right? I don't like this game anymore. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna dry it though. Splatter, drip again. More yellow splatters, I guess. In acrylic. Okay, let's try dripping. Let's do it this way. I don't think I mentioned at the beginning that I'm just using a piece of cardstock. That is all I'm using on this. All right, I'm gonna dry this. Number 9, marks again. I want stencils. Turquoise again. Is there something wrong with this dice? Watercolor. This is my Kuretake watercolors, and there's quite a few in the turquoisey family in this set. So it's like right in here. So we can use multiples of those. and we're going to be making marks, right? So I'm just going to make marks with my brush. Let's see, what other kind of brush? Why don't we try a flat brush, smaller flat brush, and see what kind of marks we can make. This might not really show up because it's kind of the same color. I like that look though, but let's get a different color. Is that turquoise? I don't know. All right, let me try that and we'll keep moving. This is 10. How far am I gonna have to go to get this to where I like it? Fingers. Peach, we're back to the peach. And watercolor. Okay. I'm back to my Milang watercolors. I don't have peach. I don't feel like mixing a peach. I'm gonna use this orange yellow. It's not really peach. I was hoping it would be more peachy. Maybe when it gets watered down a little bit. No, it's not very peachy. Let's grab a little of this rose red. Maybe. Might give it more of a peachy feel. No, that's making it bright orange. I don't know what I was thinking. Then you need white, right? Okay, so I'm gonna add some gesso. I'm just gonna put some on the page. So by putting the gesso down, I'm getting a peach. A peachy orange. I am desperate for stencil. Please, please give me a stencil. What number is that? A 5. Please. Fingers. Turquoise again. Watercolor again. Well, oops. So I think I'm going to give this one more go. It's getting to a point where I kind of like it. Stencils! I've been waiting for stencils. Yay! Pink. Oh no. Pink. Gesso. Oh, that's good. I think. I'm going to go back to my peachy pink. And I'm going to add gesso to that. And get that mixed up. I want it to be a barely there pink. A little nervous about it. And I've got a stencil and a makeup sponge here. Oh, I'm a little nervous about this. I'm keeping it really subtle. But I really felt like I needed a stencil to kind of pull this together. I didn't want to do pink though. So that is an insane piece of paper. It is not my favorite, but I am gonna start playing with it now and doing some mark making and stuff. And I'm gonna start with some gold, I think. All right, and I'm going to take the time, and it will be time consuming, so I might just put some music on and get a little zen, and I'm gonna outline every one of these little squares, if I can see them. So I've got all my gold done, and I think that's kind of making this a little more glamorous. I also want to add some splatters here with some of my black high flow ink, or not ink, rather, it's acrylic. I'm liking that. I like that a lot. And then just because I want to, I'm going to add some circles on here using this big ginormous bottle. And then finally, I'm going to try and do this without getting my hands in the white there. I'm just going to do a little bit of messy writing in a few spots here. So there's our final paper. Not my most favorite, but I do think it's kind of cool. But here's all the things we did to get this page. So that was kind of fun. I don't know, it was sort of frustrating too. I'm gonna trim this piece of paper there. All right, let's make a zine. So to do that, we're gonna start by folding our paper in half. If you have a bone folder, that can be really helpful. If you don't, you can use something like a glue stick or a marker of some sort. And then I like to, there's probably different ways to do this. This is how I do it. So I fold in here. And I fold in here to that crease. Okay. And then we fold again this way. Okay. So now we've got 8 sections that are the same size. And now I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to cut on these lines right here. So I'm going to cut from the fold to this next crease here. So I've got that fold line, and I'm cutting to this fold line. Okay? Okay. Okay, so now I have a slit in my paper, right? So now I'm gonna take it like this. So I'm folding it over. I'm gonna push the sides together like so. And then I'm gonna fold it. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. That page is gorgeous. I really wasn't liking this paper, but I sure do like that. And there we have our little zine. And I like to go through and glue these down, or as I did on this one, I stitched them and had them all stitched. But you can leave it like this. You can take your glue stick or some other sort of adhesive and glue them if you want to. And then another thing I like to do with these is get my Distress Oxide and go around the edges and sort of hide that white edge. And I think that gives it also a really nice finished look. I think that turned out pretty when you see it in these smaller bits. I do like it. I wasn't liking it at first, but I'm liking it better and better. That's it for me today. I hope you had fun with that and got some ideas on how to make some background paper and how to just play at your art table. What's fun about this technique is this randomness is it kind of forces you sometimes to use your supplies in ways you hadn't really thought of before. And you never know what the result's going to be when you do that. So it can be a lot of fun. It can be kind of stressful. I was a little nervous at times with this. I didn't know how it was going to go, but it turned out fine in the end. And I like the results. So I will see y'all again real soon. And in the meantime, you can always find me on Instagram, EB Mixed Media, EB_Mixed Media. Thanks all. Bye.